Let's meet the visiting team, the Los Angeles Lakers. At power forward, Jared Vanderbilt. At point guard, Jamal Shed. At the other forward position, Dalton Connect. At center, Kristaps Porzingis. At the other guard position, Cody Splitter. Let's meet the starting five for your Dallas Mavericks. At shooting guard, 6 feet 4 inches, number 8, Grayson Allen. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 4 inches, number 9, Norman Powell. At the other guard position, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 1, James Harden. At center, 7 feet 1 inch, number 2, Garrett. Starting at the other forward position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 3, Anthony Davis. The head coach is Jason Kidd. Fans, let's hear it for your Dallas.
Welcome to Game 6 of the Western Conference Finals on 2K Sports. The atmosphere in this building couldn't be any better with a trip to the NBA Finals at stake. Alongside Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll be joined by Allie LaForce courtside. And now the Los Angeles starters. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then it's Connect, and it's Shed in at the 1. And for the Mavericks, Norman Powell out there with Anthony Davis. Then there's Derek Lively, then it's Hardy, and it's Allen in at the shooting guard position. You look at Dallas, they've got themselves right where they want to be. A chance to win the conference title on their home court.
And if you gave them this option heading into the round, they'd have taken it in a heartbeat. This is their shot. They do not want to face the prospect of a Game 7 on the road. They have to get the job done here tonight.
So the Lakers win the tip. Here's Shed, pass to Splitter. Off target from three-point range. And it's Powell off the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The first of many tonight. Both teams have legit offensive talent.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Vanderbilt. Here's Splitter. Hits the trifecta.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
Here's Davis. Off target with a jump hook. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Splitter. And another three for the Lakers.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
The Mavericks have gone 1 for 3 so far. Knocks it loose. Vanderbilt with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. Ahead. And the basket by Splitter. Splitter's got 8.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And Allen gets it to go.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. I asked him what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player. He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Allie, thank you. The three is up. And Los Angeles, another three.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
The Mavericks have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Pass to Davis. Here's Hardy. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Powell for 3. Here's Lively. Count it. Good.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Now here's Powell. Pass to Davis. Back to Powell. Rebounded by the Lakers.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Vanderbilt, the pass to Splitter. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Here's Powell. The shot won't fall. Great D that time from Porzingis. Pass to Shed. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And from the jump, they've also clearly been focused on running effective plays here tonight. And there's been a lot of high-quality distribution from them on the floor.
Now here's Allen. Here's Marshall. Counted from distance.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
The Lakers lead by 9. To the inside, Splitter. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And the Mavericks with possession here. The Lakers getting their last shot to go. Pass to Hardy.
2 minutes.
Allen outside. Walker with it. The double clutch. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And the Lakers making a change here. Boeheim's checked in. That's off as well, so he misses both. Here's Splitter. He's got 17. And that one good. Splitter's got 19 points.
They've controlled the paint so far. That's been the difference.
It also allows them to play inside out, which will make them even more difficult to defend.
Here's Hardy with a step back. And he nails the jumper.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
1:11 left in the opening quarter. And he gets the bucket. He's got 21.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
To the paint. Here's Walker. It's tipped.
Yeah, Kuzma always on his toes on defense.
And here are the Lakers. They're on a 17-7 run. Here's Splitter. Allen defending. Here's Kuzma. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Now here's Wagner. He's scoreless. Here's Walker. Can't get it to drop. Kuzma with the defensive effort. Walker with the steal. Here's Hardy. Good. And it's Walker who picks up the assist. And so it's Kuzma who brings up the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. 13-point lead. Splitter. Pass to Kuzma. Nice D from Wagner.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. How about the way they've attacked the paint? This throwback approach is paying off. And don't go far. We'll be right back. Glad to have you with us as we return to the action here in the Western Conference Finals. Guys, the Lakers enjoying a nice lead here.
Great offensive energy in that period. They're clearly on a mission.
Can they keep up the pace? Who knows, but they're already in a great position to win this one.
They've got Najee Marshall. Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Norman Powell. And it's Hardy in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with.
First personal foul.
During the playoffs, the NBA leaders in shooting from the floor. You look at Lively, topping the chart with his efficiency. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And the first one at the line is good.
I consider Mikal Bridges a high motor player. He's always ready to turn up his energy if he thinks it will help him get the better of him.
Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Hardy. Pass to Lively. Outside Davis. Here's Marshall. From 9 feet. And another shot. Davis can't hit. The Lakers lead by 15. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Mavericks was tremendous. He ended up with 37 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc. As usual, he was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Here's Powell. After the Lakers picking up a basket just moments ago. That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one.
We've seen more than a few miscues from them tonight.
And if they want to come back in this game, look, they got to clean up those mistakes.
Connects checked in for Los Angeles. Here's Splitter. And another three for the Lakers.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Hardy. That one's off. Still out of sync. Here we go. Here's Splitter. Lively grabs a miss.
Maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I don't think his coaches will agree.
Yeah, and you're not going to just have the green light for long if you're chucking up bombs like that.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. And Dallas calls time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here, the coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
Edwards, he's checked in for Lively. The Lakers also with a sub. Vanderbilt's checked in. Here's Hardy. Powell right side. Out to the right wing. Pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played.
Lakers ball.
Now Los Angeles with it. 9 points in a row. A good run going. Splitter. The pass to Porzingis. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
You won't find a much better screen and roll partner than Porzingis. He can score in so many different ways off that set.
Tipped away. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Here's Hardy. Just 5 on the clock.
Overall, their shot selection has been spotty, and they haven't played with a ton of energy, too. Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now. Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
Oh, yeah, they're doing a terrific job not giving this hostile crowd anything to cheer about.
And Dallas calls time here.
The loudest section gets a free t-shirt. Let them hear you.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Wagner's checked in for Anthony Davis. Walker comes in for Marshall. And it's Allen in for Powell. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the second quarter. Hardy, the pass to Wagner. Here's Hardy. Takes it inside. They still need this. And it's good on the lay-in. Los Angeles has got 5 of 7 threes to drop here tonight. Has to connect. Here's Splitter. Allen defending. And book it for Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's got his first basket.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Dallas has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter.
2 minutes.
Hardy, the pass to Walker. Allen on the wing. The floater. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Connect's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Splitter. There's 1:40 left in the half. And Vanderbilt slams it in.
He's been playing great unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Those long arms of Porzingis are a serious factor on defense.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. It's Los Angeles delivering the blow.
The Lakers, 52.
And welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. This game 6 getting started. And it's Allen with the ball for the Mavericks. And the Lakers looking at who they've got. We've got Jared Vanderbilt. He's out there with Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the 2.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a steal and turning it into quick points.
Pass to Lively. Now here's Davis. Down low. And Allen gets it to go on the assist by Davis. Allen's got 5 points.
On offense, Davis keeps his head up and maintains awareness. That's how he spots a wide open man.
Takes the 3. Up again. Davis with a rebound. And for Dallas, they're shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Here's Powell. Good D by Vanderbilt.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Pass to Splitter. Back to Vanderbilt. Banked it in off the glass.
Vanderbilt.
He has 6.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket. Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Splitter. He's got 31. Gets the 3 to fall.
Quite simply, he is carrying this team, doing most of the work scoring-wise.
Outside Davis. Pass to Hardy. Now Lively. Here's Hardy. 6 to shoot. Over Porzingis. They get it again. Lively's shot is off.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Here's Splitter. Allen defending. Fires it. Splitter can't hit.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And it's in there.
Hey, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm not going to lie. I am happy I never had to guard AD. This guy has it all between the length, the touch, the smarts. He's got everything.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Splitter. And Los Angeles, another 3.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Los Angeles foul.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Marshall's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here. Powell outside. Hardy, the pass to Powell. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And the basket by Splitter.
He is the story for them offensively, and a big reason why they're ahead.
The Mavericks have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Davis. To the paint. Hardy, the pass to Lively. Out to Powell. Intercepted! In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the middle. And he slams it in one-handed.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Davis against Vanderbilt. Pass to Hardy.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Here's Marshall. 5 to shoot. Over connect. From 13 feet, down it goes. Marshall's got 5.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
A minute 37 left in the third quarter. And the basket by Splitter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. Pass to Davis. To the inside. From the paint. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Here's Splitter. Unloads. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Leading scorer on the night, and he looks very hungry for more. Keep feeding him. Operation Feed the Horse.
Here's Hardy. Back to Davis. Now here's Powell. Defense is right there. Another shot. Davis can't hit.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end. He might be getting in his head a little bit, trying to get something going, but he's still scoreless in the quarter.
Here's Splitter. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be back in a moment. One quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has...
Substitution on the court.
Lively, he's checked in for Edwards. Davis comes in for Mitchell. And it's Hardy in for Williams. And Los Angeles making a change here. Here's Splitter. Eric Lively is out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Walker. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Hardy in at the point. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Splitter, pass to Page. Here's Boeheim. Walker covering. Here's Splitter. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
The three, Hardy. Williams grabs the board.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Splitter, pass to Page. And there's another one for the Lakers.
And they got to be thrilled with these results. A huge win in this Game 6 and a big-time confidence builder for the Lakers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And after fighting tooth and nail for this win tonight, they're sending this conference final series to a Game 7. What a performance.
Let's face it, this was a situation no team wants to be in. But with their backs up against the wall, they came out and really took care of business. They're still in this, and it's anyone's series now.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Mr. Clutch.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
So for Dallas, Edwards comes in for Lively, and it's Allen in for Anthony Davis. Here's Boeheim. Here's Splitter. Oh, connects again.
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Pass to Allen. And it's Cheatham with a rebound. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Splitter, pass to Page. Yes, it's good.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game. Saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
Here's Allen. And again, unable to change momentum here. So we see the Lakers taking the W here. They're able to force a winner-take-all Game 7. They stave off elimination, and anyone can win this series now.
And really, they answered the call tonight. With their backs against the wall, they fought with passion, and their season continues.
That concludes this broadcast of the Western Conference Finals. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.
All I ever had was a dream. Let's talk about it. Young rapper, big dream, little apartment. A hyena, eat a beat straight to the carcass. All I need is one mic, I'm on my nine. Bend down, stay down, out the garage with it. Turn nothing into something, made a collage with it. Audacious, pop up, I'm moving confident. True statement, 4 words, ain't nothing stopping this. Rhyme spitter, young critter, get your binoculars. Up and coming, this ain't pop, I'm not popular. Breath of fresh air, I spray like I'm Banaka. Sanitize, stay in the cut like I'm a doctor. Hammer time, can't you hear this verse popping, locking? Put it simply, I got the juice like I'm Cochran. Minute Maid, critter put this juice in a carton. A dime and a nickel turn this bargain into margins.
Welcome to the 2K TV Rap Party.
We are bringing the community together for some friendly competition, give you all some 2K gaming tips, and just
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Lakers coming through the tunnel with swagger. This looks like a team that's all set to go to work here at home. Thank you for joining us. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Derek Lively is out there with Anthony Davis. That's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Allen. And it's Marshall in at the 3 slot. And for the Lakers, we've got Mr. Clutch. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Jared Vanderbilt. And there's Porzingis. And it's Shed in at the point guard position. Take a look at the Lakers. Frank, this is what you work for all season long, to have Game 7 on your home floor.
Yes, and you got to take advantage. The fans can only do so much, and they've got to be the aggressors and play like there is no tomorrow.
Down low. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration, even for a nanosecond.
Here's Splitter. Drills the three-pointer. Splitter's got the first bucket of the game with the 3 for Los Angeles. Now here's Irving. Defense right on him. Allen finds Lively. Back to Allen. Fires from deep. A rebound by the Lakers. Big win for them, coming off a strong game on Friday.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
You know, the defense had no answer for it. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin, briefly spoke with J.J. Redick. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, Coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thank you, David.
Marshall.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. To the middle, here's Splitter, and it's slammed in by Splitter.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Lively's shot is off.
You know, right now they're just 1 for 5. Rough start so far.
Up and in for the basket, number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot heat.
Davis against Vanderbilt. Now, Lively. 6 on the shot clock. Allen outside. Davis. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Davis playing big. Love to see that. Creating extra scoring opportunities as a result.
Splitter. And it's slammed in by Splitter.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
And the shot is good.
Hey, there's no denying that Kyrie is a score-first guard, but he's a better passer than he gets credit for.
Here's Shed. He's covered by Irving. Splitter with the ball. 12 points for him. Here's Vanderbilt. And the dunk by Vanderbilt.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win those kind of breakdowns.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Cheatham's checked in. And it's Bridges in for Vanderbilt. Then for the Mavericks, Mo Wagner's checked in for Jared Lively. Walker comes in for Najee Marshall. And it's Hardy in for Grayson Allen. Now here's Splitter. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Mavericks trail by 9. Here's Irving. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Hey, it's so amazing to see how much raw talent Kyrie Irving has. Just seems like that ball is part of it.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Splitter passes to Cheatham. Makes it off the glass. Cheatham's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
Now here's Powell. And that one drops for him. We've got 1:23 left to play in the first quarter. Now here's Splitter. He's got 12. Down low, Hayes. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
You know, those second chance opportunities can be game-changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And so here is Dallas after the basket by Los Angeles. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Powell's got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Splitter passes to Cheatham. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
Now here's Walker. Still yet to score. Hardy, no good. Lakers leading by 8. splitter to the inside. Page up and in and on the way. Page has got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense. Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers going into the break with a 10-point lead. Defensively, what an atmosphere in here as we return to the action of the Western Conference Finals. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Lakers?
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
Something else they're doing well tonight, guys, lots of points in the paint. Something to continue to keep our eye on.
We've got Mr. Clutch. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Connect. And there's Porzingis, and it's Bridges in at the shooting guard. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Right now, let's send it over to the sideline.